Welcome to Spin Tutorials. I'm here at Circus Connections in San Francisco, here to give you a few tips on monkey jumps. So one of the things that you'll want to have for monkey jumps is the understanding of your orbits and being able to reach back and find the wheel without looking for it with that trail hand. Another thing that you'll want to be able to have comfort with is changing that orbit once you understand the hand placement and reaching back to turn quarter turns, bringing the wheel into a roll. So you want to be able to roll the wheel and have control of it and keep it at that angle and a nice, smooth, even pattern that mimics the same position as your monkey jumps. Once you have those two things that are very important, a good lead up into it would be to stand inside the wheel, place your trail leg of your waltz on the wheel, and notice I'm turning it out because that's the way my hips are going to turn immediately. If the foot is turned in, you're going to start to get twisted in yourself, and it's going to make the half turn take a little bit longer. So the foot is turned out, and what I'm going to do here is have a slight suspension. The suspension can be understood just by standing on the wheel and keeping it counterbalanced without letting it roll. So there's a little bit of the suspension that gives you time to place your feet. Place my foot, there'll be some suspension here, and as I do, I'll take my second foot and put it up a little bit higher than normal. The first foot, it's okay if it's a little bit low. The second foot, you want to have time so that it doesn't cross center too soon. That gives you time to jump. Once your lead leg for the waltz or the second foot being put on gets to the center, it's going to be hard to jump. So you want to make sure that you give yourself time, and what gives you time is the space between your feet and also the slight suspension that you'll have here. So I'm just practicing the first foot. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Once that becomes proficient, you can step on and make sure you have a jump half turn. Now I really emphasize the jumping and just the half turn. A lot of people put the emphasis on trying to twist their body all the way around and back on the wheel. But that tends to be a little bit of a mistake because what allows you the time to make the turn is whether you can get lift. If you're not getting lift, things are probably happening a little bit too fast. So once you have a nice strong jump, the monkey back on the wheel is actually pretty easy, that full turn. So I'm going to place, give myself time, and make sure that you have a solid jump. With the solid jump, you'll be able to start to come around and place the feet on the wheel. Now, a good exercise is to alternate between the monkey jumps and just rolling without disrupting the wheel. So in other words, if you get this pattern going, you'll find the place where you can jump on and jump off. So you can still see how that leads into your monkey jumps. And one of the things that you want to remember, which are common errors, is stepping on and ducking the head. As you look down, the wheel is going to want to spin and rotate over your head. Once the wheel gets over your head, it's pretty difficult to recover from that and maintain the monkey jump. So you want to make sure that you keep your head and your chest up the whole time. And also understanding that if you do not control the roll, it's also going to be difficult to do the monkey. So you want to remember that the reality is, with a little suspension, it's possible to do monkeys with just using one hand. So you really don't have to pull on the wheel very much at all. It's just a subtle roll, and allowing the wheel to track in the same place. So that's one of several ways that you can start to understand how to do the monkey jump. But the prerequisites are understanding the orbits and not having to look to see where your hand is going to go. And 2, keeping that basic pattern of the wheel moving. And with that drill and roll, your body moves in the same tracks in the same positions for successful monkeys. And then, of course, it's always great to know an easy way to start. And that would be inside the wheel, turning your trail leg out. That's your spin tutorial for today on ways you can work into the monkey jump. We hope that helps, and we'll look to see you again soon.